Hey y'all, today I'm taking y'all ass on a little trip, honey. Hold on, let me get this shit set up right. We're not looking at the prostitutes today. We're going where the prostitutes gonna be if they don't get their shit together. So this is where we're gonna take a little trip to. It's on the other side of this little highway right here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it together so I can whip it on around this corner. It may look a little crooked, honey, because we're not sitting up straight on this thing. This thing's so damn raggedy. Keep falling to the side. Oh, I need to get this car detailed and wiped up here and shiny with some armor on. But anyway, we're going to take us a little trip, honey. See, on this channel, you're going to get some real shit over here, honey. We're going to get some real footage, honey. I can't just sit in a room all day and talk. So what we like to do is we like to go out and do shit. And just get whatever footage we can get. So we almost there, y'all. Let me whip it on over here, honey. So I made a call to these people that we're gonna go to just to get an understanding of how it works. And, you know, so I could just educate my little self. And so that my kids don't have to suffer. And could y'all go? Y'all know driving asses. Messing up my damn speech. Okay, y'all. Yeah, bitch, I got you on camera. I got a new iPhone. You know, driving ass. Anyway, okay, so I called these people, honey, and I just wanted to know what was the basic rate that I would have to pay. Because I don't want my kids out here already dealing with, you know, y'all are understanding when we whip it on in that driveway, though. When you're going through something, you know, and you are grieving, you don't want to put that on your kids even more, how they gonna put you in your little, you know, bury you. Ooh, they hiring him. Ooh, honey, I'll be scared to work up over here, honey. They hiring. Ooh, no, ma'am, honey. I could not work here. Baby, please. We are at the cemetery. I wish I could say that I own this because they are making buku money off people in their pain, in their anxiety, in their depression of putting a family member down, you know, in the ground. They give you all these prices that you don't necessarily need to bury a loved one. So I call this cemetery, you guys. Look at them right here. See, this is a family that's prepared, honey. Somebody has bought all these plots right here. All these plots. See, that's a family. That's what you're talking about. That's how you do it. Let me show y'all something over here, honey. Whoever this family is, baby, they are prepared. Do you hear me? They are, nobody's dead yet, but they got the last name on the plots, and they bought all their burial sites. So when a family member dies, all they gotta do is come on over here, honey, and bury their loved one. Now, let me tell you something about this cross right here. I went over and I called the people here to ask them about prices. This is so sad. They throwing away all the flowers that are, I guess they come out and they clean the site for the dead flowers. But if y'all look right here, y'all, this is the Hernandez estate, baby. They are prepared. They are ready. They have a bunch of plots right here. Some have passed away, as you can see. When I last came here, this was not even filled in. Nobody was here yet. Nobody was here. It was just an empty plot, but it had Hernandez on it. But there was no person, no name, no nothing, because they haven't died yet. But they went ahead and they bought the burial sites. All this was empty, but they already had the tombstones and everything. It was beautiful. This right here looks like they must have not kept up with their payments, because they have it for sale right now. Oh, child, I'm gonna have to see if I can get this, honey, because I can have a whole goddamn monument in here, honey. We can have a little concert in here for me. Hold on, let me show y'all, honey. Look at this, y'all. Let me see if I can get it. Look at that. That's a building, honey. I'm gonna have to call them about this. Yes, this can be my little home. And I'm right here by the cross, honey. We right across the street from the cross. Let me see if I can show y'all, because this goddamn phone ain't charging like it need to charge. See the cross? All I gotta do is open my heart, and I'm right across the street from the cross, honey. Isn't that beautiful? And it's for sale. Somebody had this at first, and then they must then make their payments, complete the payments on, or maybe they died already and couldn't get it, you know. But they had this for them, you know. Somebody had that set up for them. It was I thought it was the Hernandez family. But that's beautiful, honey. You can come on in there and do a little concert for me. Have a little fish fry in there for me, honey. We can have a funky good time to see me off. Because you know I got my club ticket to get into heaven, honey. You know I got my wristband. I know I'm getting into heaven, honey. So like this, y'all. Look at this. Look at all these plots right here. Beautiful plots. You have a bench. And you have these empty plots. There are no names on it. Let me roll this one down, honey. These ones are so goddamn dirty. Excuse me, Lord, for cursing. Okay, look at these, y'all. Look. All these plots. Now, I don't think anybody bought these yet, or maybe they did. But they haven't put a name on the plots yet. But see, wait a minute, I done came to the end of the road. Oh, no, ma'am, I'm not ready to go yet. Let me turn my ass around, honey. No, ma'am. Let me turn up on out of here, honey. I just knew this road was going to lead me to the other side. Honey, they said you done came to the end of the road. Let me get the hell from over here, honey. So anyway, I call these people because I wanted to know, what is the average cost to bury a loved one? So, honey, this man then said, well, we could start at $6,000, because to get the plot, you probably gonna roughly end up right at $10,000. You're gonna get a plot. They have to dig up the ground, he said. They're gonna have to put you can have two people in one slot. Like you can have one at the bottom and one at the top. But even though you buy that plot or whatever, you still gotta pay for the in and out of the top part. If you want to put somebody, you can put two people in one slot, in other words, is what I'm trying to say. So he was like, baby, they out there spending time with their loved one. That is so sweet, honey. They out there in their lunches. That is so sweet. They loved whoever that person was. So let me finish, y'all. So they was like, it'll be $6,000 to dig it up. Okay, cool. To put you in, it's like another maybe few thousand. Then he said, if you want to be buried under a tree, because they think it's, people automatically already be depressed. So they come with all kind of ways to get you, and you be just so hurt and so down and depressed because your loved one ain't here no more, and you just worried about everything. You worried because they gonna burn the hell up because they ain't under the shade tree. So they get you with another $1,000 with that. No, I don't need to be under a tree, sir. Because they talking about you can hang some wind chimes under there. And, sir, ain't nobody paying. Don't nobody need all that. So then he said, look at this, y'all. This is so nice, honey. The Pedraza family. Honey, this is so nice. Somebody done bought this, but they name not on it yet. But it belongs to some family, honey. They are prepared. Do you hear me? They not doing no fish fry, crawfish boil. They not doing that. No, we not gonna do that. But he said, if you want to be vacuum sucked in the tomb, so that you know the flesh can stay preserved for a certain. Sir, who gonna come and see me? Why would I need to be vacuum sealed up into the tomb? Who coming by to see me? I don't care about my damn flesh not gonna be here after a certain amount of months. Duh. Then he said, if you want to be buried by the cross, which I just showed y'all, that's gonna be another few thousand. Honey, if I ain't walked with the cross and been around the cross when I was living on top of ground, I definitely don't need to be by the cross when I'm under the ground. I don't get the, honey, they be trying to get over on these people. Then they have where they tell you about the worms and stuff that comes into the casket when over time, just put some Raid Combat roach houses in there. I'll be okay. You don't need all that. By the time you done finish, you up to goddamn $15,000. $15,000. So the average price, then he say, well, we use our people to do your hair and your makeup. Sir, I have a wig that they can bring out my closet, okay, and throw some makeup on me. I don't need all that extra stuff. But see, what they do is they try to get you. And my people are over here. I have people over here right now that they must have just had this funeral because they got a little tent up over here. This is so sad, honey. This is just so sad. But yeah, you can be about all these tombs and have all these statues and stuff. Don't nobody need all that. So then your family already feeling down and hurt and depressed. So they feel like they need to get all these stuff because they worried about the worms getting in the casket with you. You know, you can't think straight. So, hold on. Let me put it where y'all can see a little better. So you can't think straight at all. Y'all, let me show y'all the saddest thing over here is the baby. They have a baby cemetery over here where the babies are buried. Brand like newborn babies or babies like the ones that was just in the accident. I don't know if y'all heard that accident all the way here from Houston, how this fool was speeding and got pulled over by the cops. The cops pulled him over before the wreck. He ended up having some weed in his car. The cops took his weed out the car but gave him a ticket and let him keep going. This fool and went down 20 minutes after he done got pulled over by the cops, going down the goddamn street at 110 miles per hour drunk because the cops claim he didn't seem impaired when he got pulled over. Killed this black girl, her and her 3 kids, all babies. All of them died. The car exploded soon as he hit her car. They just had their funeral yesterday, Saturday. The mom died. The 3 kids died in the car. Her mother was traveling behind them because they were moving from one place to another and they was going to get the last stuff from the old house to bring to the new house. So the mom said, the grandmother, I'm going to follow y'all. The girl, the daughter, she was maybe up ahead by 2 or 3 cars. The mom got stopped at a light, and as she got ready to get closer, she's like, oh, it was a bad wreck up here. And as she looked and got closer, y'all, she noticed it was her daughter's car that was on fire. Baby, she ran up to that car, and when she was on the news, that lady could barely talk. She said, I saw my grandbaby's shoe in the street. She had just put his shoes on from the house that they were moving to, and they were going to get the last stuff from the old house. They would not even pull the girl body out of the car, the aunt said on the news, because of how bad that wreck was. It was so bad. They actually had the wreck right in front of a 24-hour Methodist emergency facility. It was so bad they couldn't do nothing. They had to life flight them kids. The mom was already dead, and they would not pull her out the car until the mom was gone away from the scene. That's how bad it was. And this fool sitting up here who ran and hit this girl, his dumb ass sitting up acting a fool in court. When he was in court, they had him on news. He was on there acting a fool up in the court. A black dude. And he was already out on drug charges and all kind of bullshit. So I hope that family, I really do hope that mom can sue the police, station for that, because the police had pulled him over, but they didn't do shit. They just took his weed and let him keep on going because they claim he didn't seem impaired. Yeah, okay. Look at this, y'all. This is so sad. Look at the baby area. I wonder why they have the baby area, though. But this is not it. It's another area, but must be a part 2 of it. This is so sad. But I don't want to be buried with my baby. I'm sorry. I don't want my baby in another area. I want my baby on top of me or in the same casket as me. I'm sorry. That is just so sad. That's just so sad. So y'all have to be prepared for stuff like this, because you don't want to think about death and dying, but it's coming. Trust me. Think about this. Everybody that you come across in your life will have an expiration date. All of us will. Everybody. So it's no way out of it, because you're going to leave this earth. You just don't know when. I don't know if it's better to know when you're going to leave so you can prepare, or you don't want to know to leave, because then, honey, I'll be depressed if I know my day is coming up. So that's why you have to live life to the fullest. And don't be on this crazy stuff. Don't waste your time, your years, your kids' years with no bull crap. You can get out here and you can make things happen before you leave this earth. Do you hear me? Look how many babies are over here. Bless they little souls. This is just way too many, y'all. Look at this. But see, until you come to terms with death and dying, you don't want to talk about it. You don't want to prepare for it. You don't want to think about it. You don't even want to talk about it with your kids, but you have to, because I see so many. This is a baby section. This is so sad. Look how many babies. They barely have any plots open. This is called baby land too, y'all. Bless their heart. And some of these have died in car wrecks. They have died at the hands of an abuser. This is just so sad. This is so sad. So if you have kids that are living, you need to be sure you are doing your part to help your kids grow up and be responsible, productive citizens in this world. This world has gotten so bad. This is so sad. That's a pretty flower. That orange is very pretty. That stands out. Really pretty. Oh, Lord, honey. But until you come to grips and understand death and dying, you ain't going to be, your mind, you're not going to be thinking about stuff like this. You don't want to leave this world and your kids can't even bury you. Y'all haven't even talked about it. And this is what you majority see in black families. They fight each other. They upset because one person got more than the other person, or one person was left over or responsible to take care of all the things that happens when when someone dies. Somebody has to take care of all the plans. So you have some siblings that may be jealous, or they may feel like they doing it the wrong way, or you getting too much out of this, that happens in a lot of black families. A lot of them. And then please don't have no goddamn property that y'all gotta share or break down, or money that y'all gotta settle all over through all the siblings. Honey, they gonna act a fool. So to prevent all that with your kids, you want to have a family meeting, and you need to get in the habit of if your kids are grown or older, call family meetings. Hey, this is what I want for my funeral. Hey, this is what I have left to give y'all. I have an insurance policy. Well, you may not want to tell their ass you got an insurance policy, honey, because you may not make it. Some of these kids will kill you, honey. They will kill you. Do you hear me? These people is crazy over this money. But you want to have those conversations with your people